Today, we're going to cover real-time scheduling for a seamless operational approach. We're going to look at how we dispatch jobs with precision using some of the advanced tools in ServiceWorks. How do you optimize routes and save time and cost eventually? How to plot the right route and how it is done. Customize your dispatch board for a better control. Your dispatch board is everything, right? For everybody in the office. So that's pretty much like that's where you operate from. So we're going to talk about different views and how we can productively use those in our day-to-day. That's the goal of today's webinar. And if you guys have any questions, if you guys would like to meet us after the webinar, the email is out there. It's success@service.works. Or if you'd like to touch base with me or quickly set a one-on-one session with one of our success team members, please feel free to just drop in a line. We'll reach out to you, either me, Steve, one of us will get hold of you, get your information, and we'll try to get in there to help you out if you have any questions after, and if you want to set up like a one-on-one session to go over something specific. And in the end, we're going to talk about how you would like to adopt those best practices to improve your scheduling efficiency. It's all about adoption, how do you adopt to these features in ServiceWorks to be more effective throughout your day and, improve your KPIs to just monitor them towards the end of every quarter, every month. So these are some of the things that will definitely help you look at your higher level KPIs as well. So quick introduction to real-time scheduling. Before I go deep into that, I would like to actually dive into a fun fact. So yesterday, me and Steve were in a meeting and we found a fun fact about you guys, how you use ServiceWorks. So if you look at this slide, and I'm going to switch back to the previous one bit here. So that is how many views we've had in 2024. The schedule board that you guys see every day in and out in different ways. You guys, this is all the data coming from you guys. So we've had 1.19 million views just in the year of 2024, just for the schedule board by itself. So you can imagine how much time you guys look at that schedule board, looking at your high level operations of how your day is proceeding, tracking your progress, looking at what technicians are out there in the field, and you're pretty much trying to manage everything from that dispatch board. So awesome, guys. That's all the number that you guys have made throughout in 2024. So, a big hand for you guys. Awesome. Super, super awesome. Super proud of you guys. Keep doing what you guys are doing. That's really amazing. I'm trying to find a right emoji for you guys. I would like to send like a fire emoji, but I'll do with this. Okay. Going back to our scheduling, real-time scheduling and dispatching. So these are the topics that we're going to deep dive into, like real-time scheduling, dispatching based off of availability and skill set. We're going to talk a little bit about getting best tech. There's a whole video that talks about how do you get like a best tech for the job. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at route optimization. We're going to look at dispatch board customization. That's like a whole topic by itself today. And like how you can look at your dashboard, I wouldn't say dashboard, it's your dispatch board in different views and ways in order for you to be more productive and more efficient throughout the day. So let's start by talking about, why real-time scheduling is important. What does it mean? Why it is so critical in this modern service management world. Like real-time scheduling is all about being in perfectly sync with everything, whether it's updating your job assignments or communicating changes to your customer, or just merely tracking progress of your technician who is out there in the field. So we're going to see some real-time video in here that I'm going to show you guys on how you can do real-time scheduling, how quickly you can find a technician that you can actually assign to your job. So let's see what we have here. This feature particularly is going to boost your team coordination overall. It'll help you look at improving your response time to your customer needs. You know, if you are an organization who are used to a workflow where you're trying to get a technician out in the field right on the day your customer calls in, and you're trying to track that KPI, you literally should know thoroughly the ins and out of how to manage this dispatch board from your end. So let's take a look at what do we have here. We have finding the closest technician. Like that seems like a good deal, right? Like, if there's a customer who's calling you from a specific area and you want to go find the technician that is closest to you in that specific area, we're going to look at how we're going to do it. So let's see, let's dive into this video real quick. We have a job here that we're going to dive into details, because when you actually schedule a job, as soon as you put the address in for that specific customer, it actually populates as a house when you look at the calendar. Now, there's a calendar under your schedule information block right there. And when you get in there, it not only gives you the idea for your entire week, but if you click on that map view right here, you're going to using this map view, you're going to find which is the closest technician. Now we're going to click on these arrows that will pull up your technician list here. And then if I zoom out a little bit out of this map right here, it's going to show me the technicians who are around that area. Some of these jobs are unassigned, but you could also see like the green, the purple, and this, I would say, dark hot pink bubble. So it is kind of telling you who is your closest technician available. So I looked at technician 38, number 38, and they are like 6.515 miles. Now this technician is 12.5 miles. So 6 is better than 12, but I would like to find something even better under that. So it's 5.92, and the last one that I'm going to see is under 3 miles. So this technician is really, really closer to this house where this is located. So this is my best technician, the closest technician that I can find, and we found the closest technician here. So what we're going to do is by just one click, I'm just going to add that one tech to this job, and that's how quickly I can assign that technician, right here. So I save the schedule, and that's how I have found my closest technician really for this job. So, and it also shows me like it's literally under 3 miles, and then you can go ahead and assign that technician to this specific job. Now, if you guys are already using this view, I would love if you guys to chime into the chat and let me know if you guys are already using one of this feature. So this is something that is extremely crucial to, this will improve your response time to the customer. You will find the closest technician, and you will be able to dispatch like the closest technician. So it kind of gives you the idea by the distance, how far they are. Also, if you are a person who is very visual, then you can definitely look at the geography of the area and see how the jobs are typically laid out. Do you guys have any questions? I haven't seen questions popping in yet about this one, so feel free to drop in your questions. Let us know if this is something that you've been using. We would really, really love to hear from you guys. Lisa, I see a question. That's a very good question. And I am going to take that to our product team. It's a very interesting one. I know that, we have quite a lot of customers from Canada, and, back and forth. We've been asked this question. Yes. Yes, Canada here. I get that. And it could be a hassle from what I see from, your standpoint. It's hard to kind of get that distance calculated in kilometers every time you see like 4 miles and 5 miles. I get that. So Taj and Steve, please definitely make a note of this. We need to take this question to our team. All right, Lisa, let's noted. We'll definitely take it to our team, and we'll see what they have to say. I'm pretty positive they will definitely have, some sort of solution there, hoping. that we can get for you. So next up, what we're gonna see is how do we get like a best deck? We do have Brian. Brian also has a question. So it says, does it add that job to the end of the day or insert the next job? That's a good question, Brian. And I know you and I have been talking about it. We'll talk about this in detail. I see why you have that question, definitely. Um, when you add that, it depends on where you're placing it, you know, and it goes back to a little bit on the lines of route optimization to if you've already done it, where you're placing it, and how do you want to place it and adjust it accordingly. So, and even if you have, after you have placed this job and you optimize it, it's going to put it in the right place in the optimization. It will change the order and everything for the technician. It will let them know. So that's the whole deal, right? Like you are able to modify um, those routes in real time to be able for the technician to follow along the lines, definitely. Uh, so definitely, it's a very good question, and we will talk about this, Brian. I have made a note of it. So let's do that. A few of these items are not on our screen, like get best tech, search tech, get best team, and search team. Yes, Gary, we'll talk about that. I think I remember that from the last time we met. So thank you for bringing that up. Good. All right. So let's see, get best tech. So when you're trying to get a best tech, it's just a matter of one click, you know. Right now your ticket is unassigned. As soon as it's going to be like, you know, you're in a specific zone, it's going to check the availability and the skill set of the technician to, you know, to the job, and then it's going to get you the best tech available. As soon as you click that button, uh, it will find the best tech that is available in your area, and then it's like a straight up assignment to your job right there, one click. You find the tech, you get it done. And once you have the professional assigned, your job is easy. It was literally you had a technician assigned to the job within less than 30 seconds. So that is based off of you know, your skill set and availability. I think Gary, we had touch base when we met in ASTI. We did show this feature as well over there, and will definitely talk about this when we meet. And I think Taj has posted the blog. If anybody is interested in looking at what the get best tech can do for you, please feel free to go over that blog. And if you would like to discuss that, we are more than happy to talk about that to you after. The next one that we're going to dive into is, yeah, you see it, it kind of shows you again, time and again, it shows the availability. It shows you like the number of miles they're available. So what are the benefits? Like, what are the real benefits of real-time scheduling? It ensures that your team is connected and informed all the time. You know, instant job updates empowers your technicians to respond quickly because, you know, they're probably doing something in the field, they get assigned to it, they can, you know, get, you know, touch base with the office if they have to regarding the current appointment or the upcoming one as well. Yes, Lisa, that is an add-on. The best tech is an add-on. Um, Reducing downtime, deliver a seamless experience to the customer. It definitely reduces your downtime when you are using real-time scheduling because you are actually you're not painting the bigger picture. The bigger picture is right in front of you. It's right there. The schedule board is laid out so you can see, you know, where everybody is at. If you have to send a notification to your customer, if you have the two-way texting feature that we talked about, I think in our last webinar of 2024 season, we talked about including the two-way texting feature in your account. If you already don't have it, it kind of puts you in a place where you can start communicating with your customer about any kind of changes that are happening in the field. There is, you know, constant changes that happen on the road. Something happened. You might want to let them know about the delays. You can always let them know. So that's off topic, a little bit different, but again, it's about customer experience. So, and I'm going to touch base about customer communication at the end of our slide as well, because it kind of, it also includes a little bit of that, along with scheduling as overall as a whole. You know, it enhances your overall operational efficiency. Like imagine the, you know, power or the kind of visibility the CSRs actually need in the office when they're in the office. These are the tools that they can really look at and get a bigger picture of all their appointments throughout the day, if any changes needs to be made and things of that nature. So, you know, that is definitely something that we have to always improvise on, your operational efficiency. Next up is dispatching with precision. You know, we dispatch, we find tags, you know, if we haven't set up the technician's availability correctly, the skill sets are not set. If we just create a user and leave it by itself, but we didn't set any of those properties for them, how are we gonna, you know, find the accurate tech? Because if you have to, you know, if I want to say uh, assigning the right job to a technician is the key to success. Like your customer has an expectation, you know, in terms of if you're a repair business or if you are any other service offering business, your client has an expectation and there is a really clear cut result that you have to deliver at the end of that appointment. It's very important for you to put the right men on the job, you know, right people on the job, if I'm going to say. Right technician is the key to your success. So how do you find the right tech? You know, how do you get that accuracy? That accuracy is based on three things: your skill set, location, and availability. So these are the three things. How many appointments can a tech do throughout the day? Is he available? Are they available to do the job? Are they, you know, close by? Do they have the right skill set? So these are the kind of things, if you know and keep in mind, and if system has notated that, then your job is done. That is where you're going to get that accuracy. Assigning the job to the technicians by using those filters, tags, skill set, you know, for smarter job matching. So that's the key. Handling last minute scheduling changes. Right. Adding to that, Brian, you know, uh, trying to address something ahead of time here. We're also going to see route optimization in the middle of the session. But let's say you have done the route optimization. There are 20 jobs laid out for your technician X, and they know that this is their order from 1 to 20 throughout the day. But there's a last minute change that happened. How are you going to accommodate that change? Let's say a customer calls in and says, hey, I have a 4 o'clock, but I don't see myself be, you know, able to honor that 4 o'clock. Now, can you please place me towards the end of the day, or can you just reschedule this appointment for another day? So that is where you are handling the last minute change. You're just moving that job to the next day, you know. And if it's next day, your appointment reminder template is already set. It's going to see the time, it's going to send the reminder, it's going to do its job. Or also you can send a reminder from your all jobs page just to make sure your bases are covered. The customer knows everything is great. But if the technician calls in sick, what are we going to do? We need to transfer all his jobs for the rest of his day to a technician that is available, or we just have to divvy it up with whatever staff we have available for today, or reschedule it to another day. So there's something that I have to show you which can particularly sort of accommodate this situation, and we'll see how we can do that as well. So even scheduling conflicts, it's easy to handle because the schedule is right there in front of you. You can see your technicians, you know, their timelines, it's all there. You cannot miss it. So these are some of the scenarios that we come across every day, and we have to make sure that we have a pattern, we have developed a strategy to, you know, work on it, not around it. So that is what is the importance of precision when you are dispatching. So next up, we're going to see, this is like, you know, this is like a overall big picture scheduling, how people generally navigate. As you know, I've made a video from what I have seen when I meet with a lot of you, you know, what do they navigate? What are their um, views that they like? I have seen a lot of people use this. Like for me, it's a lot to look at, but people like to see their whole month, and it kind of gives you a way to expand that whole 20 jobs for that specific day. Some of you are very color coordinated. You are great at remembering colors. So you kind of look at the day view in a quick way to understand the placement of your technicians. My favorite is this because I get to paint the bigger picture. I can see the geography. I can see where the techs are. And I also like this view particularly because, on the bottom, it also has the option for you to look at your unassigned jobs or ready to be rescheduled jobs. So we love to listen to our customers. And a lot of you, it's very important for you to also see this bucket where your jobs are ready to be rescheduled. Your part has come in, or you have the necessary skill set technician available to be sent out for a second trip for that job, ready to be rescheduled. So it was a great idea to put that bucket there. So we have got that side by side as unassigned. It is equally important as the unassigned bucket is for easily assigning those jobs and placing them on the schedule board or your dispatch board here. So that was awesome feedback, you guys. Keep doing the good work. We listen to you. We put it in the platform. We make it better for everybody. And love the feature where it's drag and drop. Sometimes it does happen, you have to move it, uh, you know, to a separate technician, like in terms of, somebody called in sick and then you have to divvy up your jobs. Uh, Still waiting for the fix of time locked frames. Yes, Lisa, we'll follow up on that one. Definitely. Thank you for bringing it up. Steve, can you please make a note of that so we can follow up on that as well? So this is like it's playing it again. So that's how the generic navigation is what I've seen. Dispatch board customization, that's yes, Lisa, we will follow up, certainly. So dispatch board customization, we have these are the dispatch board views that we have. It's extremely necessary to be productive and to be able to personalize this view depending on what your unique business needs are. Like from my experience, from the time that I have met all you wonderful people here, everybody have their own way to manage their schedule. And I love it. Like, I love it how you guys do it. And to a very good extent that I'm happy that you've made changes to our schedule board periodically to accommodate, you know, those kind of changes that you want to see, and you are using that schedule board in a certain fashion. So we have these different views: the day view, the week view, the monthly view, the map view, employee schedule view, time slot view. The previous video just got like a quick overview, but if you are organizing your day, by these views, then you have already found your secret mantra of organizing your day to day, right from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and even after. So, you know, we're going to look at those color-coded filters, job status, job types, zones, and all resources. That's a new one. And we're going to, it was a part of yesterday's release. Literally, it went out last night. It's super, super new. So if you haven't seen it already, uh, you can see the video today and you guys can, play with it and see how useful it's going to be for you all. If you have any suggestions, improvements, we're all ears. You guys know where to go and put in an enhancement ticket and request. So definitely we would love to hear from you guys as well. So let's look at, we're going to see how the views are arranged first. And it would be extremely helpful for me and my team to read and understand what is your favorite views. I have quite some attendance here today. I would really like to know what is the one that is preferred by you. What is the view that you use and what is the filter that you use with that view? If you guys want to drop in what you guys do, by the time we see each of these and cover, it would be super helpful for us to understand what is some of the views that you guys like. So this is our day week view. I'm just going to quickly go over that. It's the simple one. It might seem like repetitive, but this is the one dedicated to when you log into ServiceWorks, you're pretty new and you haven't set your default. This actually defaults to this. This is like your landing page in ServiceWorks. You key in your password and your login ID, you land directly on this and you come in, you see what you, by your month, week, and day, week, month view, like that's how the progression can go as well. And on the left side, you have the filters, and I can see some answers coming in. They say staff view, all text, by the day and daily time slot. Love the reschedule feature on daily time slot. Yes, that is um, very helpful in case of, you have to reschedule in some sort of way for people, who cannot do their job for the day. It just needs to be passed over to other technicians, or you just have to reschedule it for another day. Job type and the status are like the job status are these are one of the very important filters for you to be able to filter your view by, because some of you might have different job types to cater. Like it could be COD, it could be like a monthly service, it could be like a periodic um, bi-weekly or whatever service. By you can classify that by job type, and you can get an overview of what's happening throughout the schedule. There's reports that are based off of these filters as well. Even job statuses, have had heard we had heard a lot in the past about job statuses that you guys don't use, and we have made a note of it. We now have the feature to be able to delete the job statuses that you do not use anymore. So definitely you can go ahead and clean up your job statuses if there's something that you don't use. Our next up is the map view. Like I said, this is my favorite one. Gives you the idea to see geographically where your jobs are placed. You can see the technician's picture here. There's jobs that are, unassigned, assigned. And this view actually also, if you haven't seen this before, this might be something new for you. You can actually click on one of the jobs, an unassigned job, and you can actually assign a technician right from this view, depending on what you see on the map. So it gives you a quick overview of if the job, what is the job status, the zone it is in, the job type. It also hyperlinks to the job details, and you can actually quickly select a professional to assign for this job, and you can quickly update the job notes, sorry, the customer note and the trip note here, and you can actually either print the ticket or just clone this job if the need be. So I think this is very helpful in terms of acting quickly on an unassigned job. If you like the map view, this is something that can be very helpful. So, okay, map view. All right, so Taj has posted the map view. And then our next up is the employee schedule view. If you are like a 10 tech, 15 tech company, this right here helps to see your technician's name, and then you see the timeline 8 to 5, and then you can get details. And then you can also see the unassigned and the ready to be rescheduled tabs here. So you can actually drag and drop the jobs on your schedule board, or just select the job, copy it to the clipboard, and put it on the timeline for your technician. Again, these filters are very crucial. Use it by job status, zone, job type. This gives you like a smaller picture of your day-to-day. If you like to go day by day to see your schedule board, then it might be extremely helpful for you to see by status the jobs that are completed, that are scheduled, in progress. It will sort of show you with a color that is assigned to your job type, job statuses. Yeah, that's the unassigned job. We assigned it to tech number 3, and you see how the color changed depending on what the technician's color was. So it was quick assignment, change over, changing hands, I would say. Easy enough for you guys to make that change within less than few seconds. So that's one. And this is a time slot view. Um, I think, yeah, Lisa said they use the time slot view. Any other favorites? I don't see favorites. Come on, time to pop in your answer. Your favorite view for your schedule board and your favorite filter. We'd love to know from you guys. Super helpful, good information for us to know what you guys like and don't like. So this is a time slot view, tells you a little bit about the time slots throughout the day. And on the top, you can see your technicians from left to right. It also gives you the total number for the tickets, like for a specific technicians, how many dollar value tickets they're handling for the entire day. And then you have the filters as well alongside. And then here's your ready to be rescheduled one. Thank you so much for that suggestion. We also added the zone tag here to be able to see the zone and the phone number really quick. So if you are getting ready to reschedule, the phone number is right in front of you, and there is a zone if you need to drop it to a certain different zone. We definitely can do that as well. So that is our time slot view. The next one that we're going to see here is, let's see, what is it? Now this is a new one, the all resources one. Did the times get fixed or do you lose them still when you scroll over the technicians? Oh, you're talking about the top pane where you're trying to freeze? Is that what you're saying, Lisa? Yeah, we need to look at that. For all resources, this is this is a new one that we see here is when you go to your time slot view right here, you have an option for all resources. So let's see. You go to all resources here, and it's similar to time slot because it's based off of time slot, but it's going to do a little bit of more help you reschedule and help you work the route optimization from here. So that's a nice thing. I really like that fact that you can. So this view is going to give you all resources, your teams, um, your technicians, your third-party contractors, everybody, you know, all of it together, all put together. You can see it when you scroll here on the left side, you can see all inclusive. And on the, you know, if you scroll from left to right, you will see everything included in there too. So let me back up a little bit if I can. Can I? No, it's not letting me back up. Hold on a second. So let me pause here real quick. So it shows you the $345 here worth of jobs that this person is going to do today, you know, and everybody, whatever jobs they're taking on for the day. It's very easy for you to run the rescheduling from here and also the optimization, the three dots on the top that you see here. It's going to help you with those. So if you see, so if you go to optimize route and reschedule, you can go to rescheduling. You can navigate the date through here, and then it will also show you the technician. It's not showing you my drop down, but it's like the whole drop down. You can see all your resources there. And then here, it will actually let you reschedule to a specific date and to a specific technician. And then you can just press the commit button to reschedule these jobs. So for example, if I say ATEC 3 for this day, all the jobs that Tech 2 has will be transferred over to Tech 3 for the day of 24th. So that's how this will transfer if we have a transfer. It's a total, Lisa. Thank you, Cindy, for responding. Yes, it will. No, that daily total of each tech. So if each tech, it will give it to you on the top. Since it's a schedule board, we're trying to show the total for each of the technician. All resources should be just there on your scheduled work. You should have it. Just look under the time slot. You should have that button that says all resources. So this is a new one. Very excited to showcase it to you guys. Like I said, fresh, very super fresh. Literally, I would say it's like a cookie that just came out of the oven. I'm thinking cookies. Yes, I want a cookie now. So we released that yesterday night. So please feel free to look into it. And yes, Taj is saying all resources available only in the time slot view. So yeah. All right. Next up, we've got route optimization. Why does it matter? Saves time, saves fuel, reduces your cost, keeps it low, boosts your efficiency, and it tells you how much a technician can really do. So if your tech, if you've set your tech to do certain amount of jobs in a day, if they average completion time is 2 hours, they can take like 6 jobs per day or 5 jobs per day. They're working hours. You've defined all of that, and then you can pretty much do the route optimization. So I have a video here that talks about like the full route optimization, which will take into consideration the starting location of your tech, you know, uh, your traffic conditions for that day, their proximity to their job location, where they are starting from, where their jobs are lined up, you know. So if I run the optimization for one tech, for example, here, it's going to show you their lineup of jobs. You know, it's pretty simple and straightforward. I'm trying to do it for 22nd of January. I'm looking at Tech 2 role. These are the jobs that they have. You have to make sure that their starting location is correctly specified in ServiceWorks. It has a lat long value to it to be able to identify their real location. And once that is done, you can click that optimize button and you can see how this order changes. And then Rebecca, once I accept, it says, you know, he's going to drive 50 miles, approximately 50 miles plus, and he's going to do like about 6 tickets for that day, depending on the distance. And then if I accept that, it's going to show me what are the jobs. And Brian, you can actually cross out a job here and not have that and then optimize red schedule if you don't want it to have, because if you wanted to put it for a specific time, it will leave that out optimization and just sit there for the time that you want to schedule it for. So now if you see the order, it actually ordered, instead of Rebecca, your first job was for Kathy. So let's see. Okay, a lot of questions coming up, I guess. Okay. So we're going to see the route sheet. So a route sheet gets generated after you have, I mean, the route sheet gets generated regardless, even if you don't uh, do the route optimization, and you can reorder those jobs in a certain way. But when you do the route optimization and you um, accept the route optimization and you have accepted the route that is suggested by the system, to you, you get a certain route. Now, if you look at this technician's route, it says Kathy is first, Robert is second, Rebecca, which is number 1, is now number 5. Okay, so now if you look at these jobs, I can reorder the job because I want to have this job at number 5 because the customer said I'm available at whatever time. So this is my order of the time that it is showing. So, this is my new order. And you can also print the route sheet, hand it over to the technician for the ease of use if they would like to have like a single paper to look at. That's how you can run route optimization. So that is something very crucial if you want to optimize your route and get like what do you call it, like a cost effective route, save fuel, save time, increase efficiency. So this is what you can benefit from if you are, even if you are like a single tech or a two tech company, you can still optimize your own route because you want to get the best route for yourself. You don't want to be driving around from point A to B. You want to do it efficiently. So, and that's even a better way to do it because you're a single person. You know, you may be working for 12 hours a day, but you want to use those 12 hours effectively, manage those 12 hours effectively just to make sure that you have accommodated all of your appointments for that specific day. So, moving on just to quick, uh, going over the customer communication part, we talked about scheduling, how important it is. It's very important to engage with your customer, let them know uh, about what's happening, maintaining complete transparency with your customer, letting them know about your appointment times ahead of time. Even if I keep saying, optimization is going to work the best if your jobs are AM, PM, or all jobs all day. And then, they get lined up and then they get the time. And when you hit the end button, your customer is going to get a notification. So, set up your automated notifications. Even if you do not have the two-way texting included in your plan, no problem. But your email is connected. Make sure your email is connected to ServiceWorks. You have the automated notifications flowing out to them. Set your appointment reminders. Get appointment confirmations. So appointment confirmation is a feature that is available along with your two-way texting. So let's say if you send an SMS to your customer saying that, hey, you have an upcoming appointment reminder for Friday, 11 a.m., please reply 1 to confirm this appointment. So what it does is as soon as they respond 1 to that text, your job status of your job in ServiceWorks automatically changes from scheduled to confirmed. That places the job in confirmed status, and there's actually less possibility of a no-show. So that appointment is confirmed. You don't have to worry about calling the customer and reconfirming that the fact that their appointment is confirmed. No, they gave you a confirmation from their side. So this is okay, this is great. So you can just basically call it confirmed appointment, and it will also show the job status as confirmed when your tech is out there in the field, so they know that this is a sure shot confirmed appointment. So that can save you number of hours on the phone technically with your customers and just getting confirmations over the phone. So that's like a big plus for your SMS notification or your two-way texting feature. If you haven't got it, please reach out to our team. We will let you know how to set it up. And then request feedback. You can request for a feedback from your customers after every appointment. There's a way that you can set up through your notifications where they can actually rate your technician. They can give a rating to your technician and they can write a comment on how the service was. There's also a report that you can generate with the help of that, which is called as, I think, technician rating report, which will show you all your technicians rating. That might help you do, when you're doing the review, you can always use that as a point of reference on, hey, your performance has been great throughout the year, your service has been liked, our customers have rated you like 5 stars always, almost always. So you can use that as a reference. Integrate a survey link if there's a forms feature is already included in your plan. Make sure that you take time to create that survey. You include that survey form in your completion emails. You send out that survey to your customers, and then they give you an internal survey. So before posting anything out there in the Google space as a review, you have collected that survey from them to understand what they feel about you. So definitely customer communication plays an important pivotal role for customer satisfaction. And I feel like it's a best practice to keep your scheduling and customer communication hand in hand, side by side. So if anything changes, the customer knows. So that's from communication side. The best practices for scheduling efficiency, from my standpoint, what I really feel is important. And, you guys um, would have your own best practices. And if you have something, please feel free to share with us. Really, I would love to, I would love to encourage you guys to make this session interactive. Helps us learn from you. And if we learn from you, we can definitely make a better platform. Uh, Leverage real-time technology. Yes. Scheduling tools like ServiceWorks can help you track and manage your jobs in real time. So, you know, we can ensure you can make quick adjustments to the changes that keep coming to you. Prioritize your high impact jobs, assign priority, uh, like a high value task to the right technicians to ensure customers are satisfied. And, you know, you're using your resources effectively. Like if you have a rookie, you don't want to send for a seal system job. Like you need probably a certification for that or something different, that your expertise have to be there to in order to be handling that job. So make sure in the first time itself, you are giving the right technician that job to make sure that your customer is satisfied in the first appointment and you get that first call completion, rate up by just doing the right thing in the right place, the first place. Match task to skill sets, I would say. Like, match your skill set, match your tech, task, everything. Assign jobs based on technical expertise, certifications, availability, location, that will improve your first call resolution rate, optimize your routes, reduce your travel time, fuel cost, technician fatigue, that also counts because they have to be up and running in the field. That counts too. So maximize your overall productivity, set clear expectations, communicate it to your customer, your staff to reduce any kind of conflicts. I wouldn't say scheduling conflicts, any kind of conflicts, use predictive analytics, leverage historic data to forecast your demand. It's out there. The data is in ServiceWorks reports. You definitely can use that. Allow yourself to prepare for your peak time, you know, your peak season. So I don't know if you remember that graph that I showed you about the 1.19 billion views. Your busy season was, from what we could see, was after June, July, August. And during the holidays, it is like going down. So make sure you're preparing yourself with your historical data. You're preparing yourself ahead of time for peak times and allocate those resources effectively. You know, implement a buffer time. Always keep short gaps between appointments. Accommodate unexpected delays. I'm pretty positive you guys already do that. I mean, you guys are running your business, so you guys know it better than I do. So make sure you are using like a central scheduling uh, communication system. Uh, have one platform to manage your appointments and updates to, avoid any miscommunication or ensure everything that you need is aligned in one platform. And the phone integration, VoIP, it's coming. End of Q1. ServiceWorks will have um, the phone integration, the phone line integration as well. So I can't wait for it to come out. That would be amazing to talk about that in future. Monitor and adjust your real time. Um, Regularly schedule, review your schedule throughout the day. Make sure you have accommodated the necessary changes to handle anything that is last minute. Train your team to, pivot if they have to the changes. Alertness is very important. Make sure your push notifications are turned on for the app. They have an email associated on ServiceWorks so that they get an email about an upcoming appointment. So make sure educate your employees on how the scheduling system works to make sure they are, always on the same page as you. So definitely train your team. That is a big plus. So these are some of the, takeaways from my side, to do a quick recap. Real-time scheduling enhances your team's coordination. Definitely. Questions. I would love to take it. I'm sorry, we have few minutes, but I would love to connect with you outside of our time as well. So definitely put in your questions in your chat or I think question and answer session, that box would be most effective. So I'm seeing some questions here. So let's see what was, I don't see when changing team or reassigning a team to a job. It doesn't remove the other team. Are, well, when you're changing to a different team, are you removing the other team or you're just adding the team? Would be my question. Then, when you're selecting the team, you have to make sure you are completely swapping. So I think, Dina, you should definitely try the new um, all resources board if you are looking at rescheduling it, like committing from one team to the other. So try that. Let me know if that works for you all. How do others get on with clients that need to be done at a set time? Optimization wouldn't work. Yes, Lisa, optimization works the best when your jobs are AM, PM, and all day. And then once the optimization is ran, it will line your jobs in the order 1 to 5, 1 to 8, and so on, and they will go in that order. Um, if you have certain jobs that have to be kept at a certain time, there's a checkbox in the job edit page that will, if you check it, it will keep that job outside optimization. And you can schedule that for 3 p.m. and the optimization will not even touch it. So that is something that you can do. But from your perspective, we have to see how you want to leverage optimization. Definitely. If you have a specific time for a job, will it not move them? Yes, it will move it if there was a specific time already. So, uh, yeah, let me know if you are interested in looking at optimization outside of what we have seen today. Any more questions anybody has? I'd love to answer them. Our next webinar is on March 6th, 2025, 1 p.m. CT. We're going to talk about how to do estimates, how to do quotes in ServiceWorks. We're going to learn how to master that art of creating the perfect quote that can turn into an opportunity for you. So stay tuned. We will share the sign up for our webinar in the coming few days. I wish I should have thought about it. I should have just had a QR code for you guys to sign up, but you will have that in your account, the registration link soon. So we'll have that as well. Any questions? Any more? Come on, guys, you haven't typed anything in a while. I see somebody raise their hand. Dina, do you want to post a question? Go ahead and post it. And if you all want to reach out to us, this is our phone number, our email, success@service.works. Please feel free to visit our blog, our website for anything new information. We have a lot of new blogs that have come up. Um, there was a there is a blog. I don't know if Taj, you want to post it. Um, it summarizes of all the features that we have released in 2024, and that's massive. So there's a lot of new things that have come up that, all of you might find something useful in there. Uh, are you going to set up zones for single days of the week? So, well, zone is an area that you can define, Gary, and then you can keep using the same zone for a single day. So we need to talk about how we are organizing your single day based off of the area. And I know we have talked a little bit about it, but let's try to support it with an example visually so we can understand uh, how we can set up a zone for a single day of the week. So I think you're talking about doing like a certain route for a certain day in a week. if I understand that correctly. So yeah, let's talk about that. Conzone, but can zone text for that day. Okay, let's look at that when we talk. I hope you guys found this session helpful. There's going to be a feedback form that will show up on your browser after I end this webinar, but it's always lovely to talk to you guys. Stay tuned. I'm looking forward for our next webinar, which is, just going back here, it's on 6th of March, 2025. Really looking forward to it. Till then, you guys take care. It's really cold out there everywhere, so just stay warm and stay tuned. Thank you.